Daphne Gilbert. She's a legal analyst and vice chair of the board of directors for Dying with Dignity Canada. She also helped launch the case. Daphne, good morning. So glad that you could join us. So let's get straight to it. Why do you believe that publicly funded faith-based hospitals should not be allowed to refuse MAID?
Well, because in Canada, we have a constitutional principle of secularism where the government cannot prefer any one religion. And since hospitals are government institutions, they are publicly funded by taxpayer money. They serve people of all faiths, they employ people of all faiths. And so, in our opinion, it is unconstitutional for them to make faith-based decisions around care and impose those decisions upon individuals who don't share those values.
Does this case challenge the ideas of religious neutrality in Canada's healthcare system?
It definitely does, yes. That's one of our main arguments, is that the government should be neutral as to religion. It's not to say that there isn't a place for religion in public life, or that government can't encourage religious expression or protect religious expression. But in this case, this is not just about expression. It's about the actual medical care that is delivered in these facilities and decisions that are made. In the case of Providence in British Columbia, it's actually a decision that is made by the Archbishop of Vancouver not to allow certain treatments in that facility.
Can you tell us more about the woman and this case that prompted you to bring this forward and what happened to her?
It's a really sad case all around. Sam was 34 when she was diagnosed with aggressive breast cancer, and she was in excruciating pain at the end of her life. She was taken by ambulance to St. Paul's, which was not her choice. It was not her choice to end up at St. Paul's. And, you know, her family flew in from Ontario, her friends surrounded her, and she decided to have a death by medical assistance in dying and had to be moved out of St. Paul's in excruciating pain. The ambulance ride was over 20 minutes to where she had to be transferred to. She had to be sedated so heavily to manage the ride that she couldn't be roused on the other end. And so her family and her friends lost the opportunity to have a meaningful goodbye, to have the ceremony that they wanted to have around her death. And her parents afterwards went public with their story because they were the ones who had to suffer watching her suffer and her great pain that she was in the ambulance.
Daphne, what could be the broader national impact on this case?
Because it's a charter case, the decision in British Columbia will resonate across the country. Healthcare is a provincial responsibility, but the charter is a national document. And so if what St. Paul's, if what Providence is doing is unconstitutional in British Columbia, it'll be the same for all faith-based hospitals across Canada. And there are many. There are over 100 faith-based hospitals, over 13,000 hospital beds that fall under the purview of the Catholic Church. And it's not just medical assistance in dying. There's many other treatments that these institutions object to. And so it could have really broad-based, important ramifications for the rest of the country.
We'll be following. Daphne Gilbert is a legal analyst and vice chair of the board of directors for Dying with Dignity Canada. Really appreciate you being with us today, Daphne. Thanks again.
Thank you.